Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Saskia, and I am the assistant editor of Voice Mag. And I would like to formally welcome you to our first Instaviews of 2021. And I am very glad to be back. And I hope you guys are glad to have us back as well. And so we have a great lineup for you for Instaviews for January. But to today's lineup, we have a very special guest, Ava Klass, who is a music prodigy. I think that might be a bit of an understatement, but let's go with that. And she is here today to talk to us about achieving a grade A in piano with Trinity College London and how she juggles her very exhaustive schedule for a 13-year-old. So I'm just going to give Ava a moment to join and then we will get started. If you do have any questions at all, do drop them into the comments and I will answer them at the end. Well, Ava will answer them at the end. She probably knows more about piano than I do. Okay. Just waiting for Ava to join and then we'll get started. Okay. Hi.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you so much for having me. This is my first interview. I'm really excited.
Not a problem at all. Thank you so much for joining us. So how's your day been? You been okay?
Yes, I've been great, thank you.
Great.
Has your day been good as well?
Yeah, not too bad. Just a bit busy, that's all. Okay, so why don't we get started by if you can just introduce yourself first of all and tell us a bit about what it is you do.
Okay, so hi, I'm Ava Klass. I'm 13 and I'm from London. I've been playing the piano ever since I was 4 and the cello ever since I was 6. At school, I love Spanish, biology and English. I'm 1/3 of my music class, which I do with my little sister and my mum. And like most people my age, I'm obsessed with Billie Eilish and Harry Styles.
It's not even just most people your age. I'm 25 and I'm obsessed
Everybody,
with
all
Billie Eilish
ages,
as
we're all
well.
obsessed with him.
Exactly. So you've been playing the piano since you were 4 and cello since you were 6. Was it the fact that your mum is quite musical that's influenced you, or did you get your influence from somewhere else?
Well, I fell in love with music at a really young age because I've grown up in a really musical household. My mum's an amazing performer, an amazing musician, so I've just been absolutely surrounded by music. I think I fell in love with it because I was fortunate enough to go to a lot of live events, and I got to see a lot of live music. So I've seen musicals, I've seen ballets, I've seen music festivals. I'm so grateful for that because nothing beats live music at all. It's awesome. But I also love music for all the little things that I do with my family. We do our car karaoke's where we listen to Lil Mix, Beyonce. We do our kitchen discos. We dance Doe Parton in the mornings. Or if my mum's getting ready, we'll listen to Duran Duran because that's her favorite band. So I absolutely adore music. I've always had it around me. And I look at my little baby brother, Snoopy. Apollo, but we call him Snoopy. And I can see that he's growing up in the same way that I did. So he comes and taps us if me and my sister were playing together, and he'll say "up" because that's the only word he knows other than "dada," and he'll just sit on our lap and bang away at the keys, and that's just what I did with my mum. Another thing, I think I learned to appreciate music more because of something that my mum does on the weekend. And it's pretty special because none of my friends do this over the breakfast table. It's really cool. It's Mama School. She calls it Mama School. And it's where every Saturday or Sunday, just on the weekend, she'll teach us a bit about music. Like we'll do a different genre or we'll do a different performer. So one week we'll do David Bowie. The next week we'll do Camille Saint-Saëns or Chopin or Bach. So that's been really cool because she doesn't just want us to just know pop music because there's so many different kinds of music. She wants us to have an all-rounded kind of view and appreciation.
Sounds like a fun household.
It's a very loud household, but it's really fun.
So that's great though. I mean, it's very good as well that you get your experience of all different kinds of music. So then you can, that probably informs the kind of music that you like to play and that you enjoy as well, which is great.
Yeah, definitely.
So you are a very talented young lady because from what I hear, you have completed your grade 8 piano and you did that at the age of 12 and during lockdown, no less.
Yeah.
How did you do that? How was it? Tell me.
Well, first of all, full credit to Trinity and the exam boards for even keeping the exams going at all. I was really worried at the beginning of COVID. I put in a lot of hard work into my grade 8 and I was worried that I wasn't going to get to do it. And at that point, the only thing worse than doing your exam was not doing your exam. So that was great that I got to do it. I think that the biggest challenges with doing an online exam is trying to recreate an exam environment in a really loud house. The baby was crying. My sister decided with that when I was filming, she was going to cycle past on her bike and ring her bell really loudly because we kind of have like a sister code where 2 bells means there's a car, 3 bells means it's gone. And she thought she'd just tell me when I was trying to film. But my favorite memory, I think, of all is when my mum went out into the street and she had to ask our neighbours really kindly if they wouldn't mind just going inside for 20 minutes because they were playing hockey on the street. So she had to bribe them with our Christmas chocolates and they graciously accepted. And I was a little bit gutted because I lost all the Christmas chocolate, but I got my exam. So when I see the certificate on the wall, it's an unforgettable exam. I'm never ever going to forget it ever.
I don't think anybody would forget that in a hurry. Exams are stressful enough without neighbours playing hockey and your sister ringing a bicycle bell. So
yeah, definitely. We laugh about it now, though. It wasn't as funny at the time, but we definitely laugh about it now.
I can imagine you weren't finding it funny at the time, but you still managed to pass, and I'm sure with flying colours as well. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And for those of you who aren't aware, that's Trinity College London that you completed your grade 8 piano in. So not only do you play piano, you played a cello. Am I missing any other instruments that you might be a whiz at?
No, that's just it. I did recorder in year 3, but other than that, piano and cello.
Yeah. And out of the two, which one would you say you're most fond of?
Well, with the piano, I'll admit I get really bad stage fright. I don't think a lot of people know this, but I get quite shaky. I go quite green. If I know I'm being filmed, I get really worried. Or if I'm about to do a live performance, I suddenly go, oh my goodness, I've forgotten my whole piece. But I've never really gotten that with the cello. But I'm really proud of my achievements with the piano. I love that it's an instrument, all the class girls, we all play it together so we can perform together. It's meant that I've been able to teach my own students and it's great that we can all jam together. With the cello, I love that it's my own kind of instrument, so it kind of gives me like a sense of individuality. I can play my own pieces and it's really nice. And it's also great because in all my cello exams, I can have my mum as an accompanist. So that's really fun.
Oh, that's lovely.
We're a good duo.
And like I was going to ask you later on, but you've brought it up, so I'll go with that now. You actually teach your own students as well, and you're 13 years old.
Yeah, yeah.
Where do you find the time? Where do you find the time to deal with this?
Oh, I just do it after school. I do it on the weekends. At the moment, I'm doing it virtually, so that's a little bit different. But yeah, I'm still doing it.
And do you enjoy teaching?
Yeah, I really enjoy teaching. It's given me a newfound appreciation of what my teachers are trying to do for me. I realize they're not trying to torture me. They just want me to learn the piece because I have 5 pupils under the age of 7. I've had a lot of running around, asking for sweets, asking every 5 minutes if they can go to the bathroom, asking if they can bring all their toys in to sit on the piano, sometimes just hiding under the piano itself. And I understand I wanted to do that when I was practicing for my grade 8. So I can't blame them. But it's definitely made me be really respectful to my teachers and my lessons now. It's made me realize how incredible they are. Also, it's made me realize that it takes a whole family support to help with music. I've been really lucky to have a mum who's an incredible teacher who, if I'm playing the wrong notes on the piano, even if she's in the room next door, she'll call out the right ones to me. So if I'm stuck, I don't have to wait an entire week to get the help. So I've never really, I've taken that for granted, I think, before, that I have an amazing teacher who can help me like 7 days a week. But a lot of people don't have that. So it's definitely made me appreciate my mum a lot more as well.
I'm sure your teachers will be so happy to hear that you have a bit of
Yes.
empathy for what they do now.
Yeah.
Because most people don't get that until they're, much older, and they're like, oh, I understand my teachers more. But it's great that you've got that now.
Yeah, it's also amazing because it's given me kind of like a sense of financial independence. Obviously, I'm still quite young, so I rely on my mum, definitely. But I know that I don't get pocket money anymore. Whatever I get, that's with my teaching money. And so when I buy something, I get a real sense of pride because I know that I worked for that. It's kind of made me appreciate what I'm doing, and also it makes me look after whatever I'm buying a lot more. I'm like, Hero, be really careful if you borrow that shirt because I got that with my piano money. So
you can never. Oh no, sorry, carry on.
No, sorry. I was just saying that it's definitely made me take care of my things.
Yeah, you can never learn financial independence too early. So, it's a great skill to have. Not only are you teaching and playing 2 instruments and going to school, you also do a lot of charity work. So I've read, and you're also 1/3 of Mylene's music class. So do you want to tell us a bit about both of those?
So Mylene's music class was kind of like a channel that my mum, she came up with, and my sister and I, we got involved with because at the beginning of COVID, everyone was really, really nervous. Everyone was going online and everyone was finding online learning really difficult. At the moment, my sister and I were doing online school, and that can be really, really challenging. So we just wanted people to have a really fun and educational channel to go to. We're on TikTok and YouTube, and we just wanted people to feel a little bit better. We wanted to do our bit because a lot of people were teaching sports online, a lot of people were teaching maths, but trigonometry is not our forte. So we went with music. We thought, what can we all do? Music. We started doing that instead, and it's been really fun. I've learned so much. A lot of things at first, my mum said, today we'll be teaching history of music, and I think to myself, children don't want to learn about that. I'm a kid, I don't want to learn history of music. But now that we've done it, it's actually really, really fun. Like, we learned that Liszt, he had an amazing composer. He had so many fans asking for his hair that he had to cut his dog's hair and send that to him. And there's another, it's like crazy things like that. And there's another class where you can see my sister and I try and be like Mozart. I try and play blindfolded, and she uses her nose. So it's been really fun for us to film, and it's been really fun spending so much time together in lockdown to do something we all love.
No, you're absolutely right. Lots of people were, looking online for just new things to do and ways to stay sane. So it's really great that you all banded together and were able to achieve that.
Yeah.
What about your charity work?
So with the charity work, my sister and I, we saw what kind of impact my mum was having with her Save the Children. When we were younger, we would see her going away for the trips. But now that we're a little bit older, we wanted to get involved as well. Mm-hmm. So at Christmas time, we did Save the Children's Christmas Jumper Day campaign with my mum at home. We work at the food bank because my uncle, he works there. So we go down, we load up the trucks, and we help pack the bags. And so, yeah, my sister and I, my mum's always been doing a lot of charity work, but it's been nice because this year we've definitely gotten involved as well.
That's really great to hear. You're a very inspirational young lady, you are.
Thank you.
You did mention how you find online classes can be a little bit tricky. Is there anything what is the issue with, not issue, but is there anything in particular that you found difficult with online teaching at all?
Online teaching, well, we have a lot of people in the household trying to use the same Wi-Fi. So there'll be a lot of, I'm trying to do a math call right now and it's breaking off. Okay, Hero, do you mind just turning off your call for now? So we've all been haggling over the Wi-Fi. But other than that, there's been a lot of really good points to it as well. But to be honest, I wouldn't even be getting out of bed for my online class if my mum wasn't dragging me out of bed. In that way, I'm a complete normal 13-year-old. I can't get myself out of bed. So I definitely need my mum for that. In our house, we joke, we call her our mamager because we would get nowhere on time without her. So we definitely need her to keep us going.
So you've also played performances with some really, world-renowned musicians. I know that you said earlier you get a bit anxious when you're about to play piano, but in general, do you enjoy performing live? Is that something that you want to do more of, or?
Yeah, I love performing. There's no better feeling than when you're finished and you go, that piece, I used to find that piece so difficult and I've just played it. How have I done that? It's an amazing feeling. I do get really nervous. My first performance was for Prince Charles, my first performance ever. I don't think that can be topped. I was super nervous. I was shaky, thought I was going to throw up. My sister, though, funnily enough, she didn't seem to be worried at all. She was more worried that everyone's going to eat all the cakes at the cake stand before she finished her performance. So that pretty much summed it up. I could see Amanda Holden in the audience when I was playing, sitting a few feet away from me on the stage was Andrew Lloyd Webber himself, staring at my fingers while I was playing. But I think what kept me going was my mum was in the corner of my eye. I could see my mum at the other side of the stage. She was giving me a big thumbs up, telling me, "You got this." So she's my cheerleader. I was really, and I got through it, and it was the best feeling ever. It was amazing. And we got her cake. She was happier about that than anything else. My first job ever was for Lang Lang. He is so kind. When I got there, there were some other like children, teenagers working on the video with him. I was one of them, but I got there and I was the smallest and everyone else was so much older and I was the only girl and I just felt really small. And I just felt quite nervous again, but he was so kind. He came over. I think he could tell I was a bit nervous and he talked to me. He asked if I wanted to play my piece to him and he gave me some tips. He played for me and best of all, he signed my music book, which I have framed downstairs. So that's the best part. So my performances, it's been absolutely incredible to perform from such a young age. It's amazing.
And do you have any performances? Obviously with COVID, it's a little bit different and difficult at the moment, but are you looking forward to, once this is all over, being able to perform live again?
Yeah, absolutely. I think everyone's really been missing live music and that's something we'll definitely want to get back to. So as soon as possible, yeah, I think you're going to find the Class Girls in action again.
Yeah. Have you thought about doing any online concerts? I don't know if you have already, but have you, because lots of artists have moved online to perform. Have you thought about that at all?
Well, we did an online performance for St. John's Ambulance, sorry. We did it for St. John's Ambulance and that was amazing. I got to do that with my entire family. That was really good. We really enjoyed that. But also there's kind of an idea with these performances that I must find them really easy, like I said before, because my mum's an incredible musician. But just to let you know that obviously these performances, they don't come very easy to me a lot of the time. Doing them more often, it's definitely gotten my confidence up, but I find it really hard. And I know that when people go that, when I say that I'm choosing music for my GCSE, for example, a lot of my friends go, "Oh, of course you are. That's really easy because your mum plays the piano. You must be really good as well." But I know that I've done that in my own right. And I know that when I look at my certificates, I know that my mum got me there. She made me, she made sure I practiced like every mum. She nags me to practice even when I'm going, "No, I don't. I want to go out today," or something like that. She says, "No, you're going to practice." And that's the right thing to do. I got there and I know that at the end of the day, I was the one who had to go into the exam by myself and I had to play for the examiner. So I know that nobody can take that away from me. So that's a really great feeling as well.
Yeah, exactly. And nobody should try to. I mean, you know, as you said, you're the one who walks into the music room and does your thing. And you know,
You
when
have
you
to
get that
put the work
certificate,
in, definitely. Music is
exactly.
not a softer subject. I've learned
Not
that.
at all. So it's good that you know, you hold on to that and you know that. So forget about what everybody else says.
Yeah, definitely, of course.
So you're going to do study music for your GCSE, did you say?
Yes.
So is music the profession and the road that you want to take into the future, or have you not really given that much thought yet?
Well, at the moment, I think, like most people my age, we're kind of just flip-flopping everywhere. We've either chosen our GCSE options or we're about to. I haven't done it quite yet. But last week I wanted to be a marine biologist. This week I think I might want to be a lawyer. I'm not really sure at the moment. But I know that the skills that music has taught me, I'm going to need them in every single profession. The tenacity, the perseverance, the literal blood, sweat and tears it takes to get an exam or do a performance. Those are just incredible qualities that musicians have, and they recognize that musicians have that. So music is super important for anything that you want to do. So I'm really grateful that I learned it so young because it's helped me in every aspect of my life so far.
Absolutely. I mean, you don't have to know what you want to do. Most people don't anyway, whether they're 50 or 5. It's
Yeah.
it doesn't come easy, but
Yeah,
you have the
definitely.
right mindset. So I'm sure whatever you do, you will do it well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So do you have any advice for other young people who are looking to take their grade exams in piano or cello? What advice would you give them?
I think my advice would be to find a teacher who you really connect with, because if your teacher inspires you and makes you want to be more like them, you're going to want to work harder and be more like them, because there'll be one person doing an hour of practice and then there'll be another person doing 4 hours of practice, and you're constantly going, oh my goodness, and now I have to catch up to this person. So you have to put the work in. This next point, I think my mom's going to laugh when she watches this back because I have to do this more, but practice, it really pays off, because like I said before, it kind of comes down to how bad you want it. So many people are trying to do music, that everyone, it's very competitive, so you've just got to try really hard. With the music industry, I've learned one thing from my mum, well, a lot of things, but I think if there's one thing that I have learned, it's that it's not always as glamorous as it might seem. So my mum, she'll be at work before we've even woken up, and she'll come back after we've all gone to sleep again. I've seen her spread herself really thin, so she'll try and balance being a regular mum, like teaching our spellings to us at the breakfast table, and then rushing off for a shoot, trying to drop us all to school, and then she's super busy. And but I've never seen anyone work as hard as her, so she's really my inspiration. She makes me want to work harder as well. But a lot of people, they think that her profession is easy, like being a musician is easy, you just come, you just play a piece, but it's definitely not. So I'd say if you'd want to get into the music industry, you should probably ask my mum, because I'm still getting there.
Be prepared to work hard. I think that's the best takeaway from that advice.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so just before we finish up, I just want to ask if anybody has any questions for Ava. Just type them in and I will read them out to you. I love your pink bedroom, by the way. It's very
Thank
nice.
you. I'm actually using my little sister Heroes right now, if you can see her name up there, and all her machines on the bed, because she has the best Wi-Fi, like I said. Yeah, I really like her room as well.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not sure if we have any questions. Someone said, how on earth are you 13? So that's, I'm wondering the same thing. I feel like I'm speaking to a fully grown adult, so.
No, I'm really not. I'm like every other 13-year-old. Like I said, I wouldn't get out of bed. It takes my mum, or my mum.
So, yeah, no, go on, read it out. It's fine.
How long did it take for you to prepare for your grade 8 exam? That one was quite a big one, because it was a super important exam, and also I had to have a few lessons in lockdown before the actual thing. So I think it was like 8 months, 9 months. It was quite a long time, I think. Maybe a little bit longer than that, but it paid off. I got it in the end. Do you practice daily? That kind of depends if you're asking me or my mom. I probably should practice more. I've tried to practice daily. Just do like 10-15 minutes. You should probably do a lot more, but you just got to try and work around. Look, my mum's just commented there, laughing. Yeah, I should practice more, but you should definitely try do a little bit every day anyway, because that's where you see the difference. Yeah. Do you want to learn another instrument? I really love my instruments at the moment, because I feel like to get to a really good level with more than one instrument, you have to put quite a lot of work in. So I think at the moment I'm all right. I might pick up the recorder again. Who knows? But yeah, I'm happy for now with just the cello and the piano. Super proud of you. Practice, as my mum. It's spoken. I'll do some more.
Somebody asked before as well, what is your favourite piano piece?
Ooh, my favorite piano piece. This is quite a difficult one. There's so many, but I think my favorite piece altogether, I have a lot of reasons for this. It's more sweet. It's by Gustav Holst, and it's The Planets. And the reason I love this is because I played it for my grade 3 with my mum, and I absolutely love it. She used to play it to us when we were getting ready. She played Jupiter. or she'd play Mars because it was really dramatic and it was me and my sister's favourite. And also now and again, my baby brother, he loves it, so I'll play Jupiter for him. And my dad, because he was in the choir when he was younger and he can sing really well, he'll come in belting the anthem. So it's kind of become a bit of a running joke in our house. So that's my favourite one to play, I think, especially with the cello. Is there a piece of music that is your nemesis? For a long time, my Chopin piece for my grade 8 was super tricky, but that just made it even better when I got around it, because I was like, ha, I conquered you, I got you in the end. And that was a great feeling. There's nothing better than playing a section and thinking to yourself, I found this really hard 4 weeks ago, how am I playing this? So that's great. Have you ever written your own piece? Is that something you'd want to do? I've never written my own piece. I could give it a go. My sister and I, for a long time, we thought that we could start a band. So maybe we'll look into that a little bit more.
It's not too late.
Yeah, no, it's not too late at all.
Okay, if we just do one more question. Are you going to teach your little brother?
I hope so, yeah. I can't wait. I've told my mum that I want to do everything. I want to drive him to school. We're all obsessed with him. I'm so obsessed with him. When I'm having my online classes, he'll just be sitting on my lap. He'll say hi to all my teachers. Everyone adores him. So yeah, I'm going to be teaching him.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay, well, Ava, I want to thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. And I hope for your first interview, you enjoyed it as well.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
You can find Ava on Pianos Al Forte. That's your Instagram handle, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And is there anywhere else where people can find you online?
No, that's just it. I just have that Instagram account.
Okay, no problem. Well, enjoy the rest of your day, and I wish you the best with the rest of your music.
Thank you so much. Have a lovely evening, weekend.
You too. Thanks everybody for watching.
Bye. Thank you for having me.
No worries. Bye.